Hey everyone, and welcome back to the weekly hobby vlog. So, I'm recording this really late. It's actually 5 a.m. on Tuesday. So, like 9 hours before this has to go up. Last couple days have been kind of hectic, haven't been able to record. But, I have stuff done. As you can see in front of you, I have finished my Raptors. And they now have the record for the most times a unit has appeared on screen, at least since I've come back. But they are done, finally. It took way too long. But yeah, so, I'll just go over it really quick. Here is the Raptor Champion. I've shown a couple times. Yeah, decided to go Power Weapon and Plasma Pistol with him. There was the Power Fist option, but when I look at Raptors, these guys are an anti-infantry unit. That's what I want them for. Also, the rule of cool comes into effect, and I just think, I don't know. I typically, with my Space Marines, I just go for the heaviest weapon because of who they are. So I just kind of wanted to sit back and pick the sword. Two of these guys have bolt pistols and the chainsword. I really like the chainsword designs on the Raptors as well. Oh, look at that. I missed some lightning there. Okay. Little things I can touch up later. I have two plasma pistols, if you include the Sergeant. I did all the freehand lightning. Some of it, I kind of lost the narrative a little bit. Some of the lightning designs don't look very good. But it was my first attempt. And I did ultimately decide to do a ranged weapon for my Raptors. I really wasn't sure if I was going to do that until I did it. Because, they're a melee unit, but, they get a ranged option. Do I want to go for do I want to build them with a flamer? And that's the thing, too. I decided, no, it's going to be a flamer if it is, because, again, anti-infantry. But, yeah. This is now the first official unit of my Night Lords. What's going to be next for Night Lords? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not 100% sure. I got a couple things ready that are going to be for my word bearers, but as for Night Lords, I don't know. But yeah, so I got more done this week, so give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. And now we have my Canoptic Scarab Swarms. So these didn't take long, but at the same time, these guys are also infuriating to paint. They're not hard to paint, it's just tedious as shit. So, obviously, the straight-up sand base scheme with no ornamentation. And each of them get 2 of the stripes. Now, the reason that's a pain in the ass, each model has 7 scarabs on it. And I have 6 models, I guess you can call it. I always think of model as a singular thing, but there's 7, but yeah, I guess this is one model. Each model has 7 scarabs, and each scarab gets 2 stripes. So, 7 times 6 is 42, 42 times 2 is 84 stripes in this small unit. Put that in perspective, if I did a unit of 10 Necron warriors, it would be less than half, it'd be 40 stripes. These things are very tedious. But they're done now. I actually don't know if they're still considered a good unit for Necrons. I know they were very good at one point because they had their blow-up ability. But yeah. So if you'll give me 1 minute, I'm going to show you guys what I have planned next. Alright, and here we have more Necrons. So, I'm really making good headway on my Necrons. If you guys remember, I mentioned that I'm repainting all my Necrons from this color scheme. They used to be the Novok Dynasty, and this guy is dusty as fuck. He's been sitting on a shelf forever. Not being touched at all. He is so dusty. But, yeah. However, that is not the case with these guys. These guys I actually bought secondhand from somebody else. And they actually had a pretty nice start to a scheme. I don't know if they fully developed it or they just gave up on Necrons. But it was like a dark metal, and a lot of the body pieces were like a dark purple. Yeah, it actually looked pretty good. But I guess they gave up on Necrons, or they just didn't want more. They didn't want more of these, or whatever. I don't know. I don't pry. But yeah, so I bought these off someone secondhand about maybe like 9 months ago or so. And I've just repainted them. This is the first time I'm actually painting a full model with Vallejo Metal Color. This is Vallejo Metal Color's Dark Aluminum. I go through like a whole process of, well, obviously painting everything. But what I do with these is, unlike normal shading techniques that I do, these ones I go pretty hard in dulling out the metal. Now you can see a big difference between there and there. These guys will get a wash of basilicanum gray contrast. Really fucking darken this down. And then I go in to paint the blacks and everything. If I don't like how it looks fully painted with basilicanum gray, I'll go back to the old paint I used, which I was using this before. Game Color Gunmetal, which is not as good. It's not, but it's good enough. I used it for a whole army. So, yeah. But yeah, so this is what's next up on my plate here. Repainting the Royal Warden and painting up the the Skorpek Destroyers. But yeah, so I have one more thing to show. You give me just one moment. And here we have my box o' shit. So, a little while ago, I went through my bits boxes and I got rid of a fuckload of sprues. I cut off any bits that I could use on technically empty sprues. And I got cups up there filled with bits. Sorry for the light flash. And yeah, I pulled out all the unused sprues. So everything I have going forward that needs to be built. I got Ophidian Destroyers, flayed ones, and 10 Warriors and 3 Scarabs. Desolation Marines. More Desolation Marines. I'm probably only going to build 5 of these, though. Mutilators and a Venom Crawler. I'm not sure if I'm going to do some of these or Necrons after what I'm doing now. But, yeah, doing some Word Bearers, Mutilators, or Venom Crawler is probably next up on my list. But yeah, so who knows when I'll get to it. I still have some Crypto Thralls and 3 Tomb Blades I gotta paint up for Necrons that I have already built. But yeah, not 100% sure how I'm gonna go about this. It's very much going week by week. Excuse me. But yeah. So if you give me 1 minute, I'll set up the final shot. And here we have the final shot. And here we have a cat. Thank you. Yeah, my cat is very sick right now, so she's hanging around me. Well, not very sick, but she's sick. But yeah, so we have the final shot. So from left to right, we have my the first official members of my Night Lord's army. My completed Canoptic Scarab Swarms. And up next, Skorpek Destroyers with Plasmacite. and a Royal Warden. So, I will, if I have any time to sit down to work this week, I will almost certainly get more done, because this will not take long at all. But it all depends on if I get more than like one day that I get to like sit down and work. But we shall see. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.